matter.
Yeah. Woo, about time, right?
It don't matter.
Time, right?
It don't matter.
Nah, it don't. Well, what's up, y'all? My name is Trey Woodson, and it's my grandpa Ernest. You know what I'm saying? And well, about how long the brand been up? How long you been running the brand?
3 years now. It's over 3 years.
Over 3 years?
It's over 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, vast majority is over 3 years. Me and Dave started it. Originally, it was just for, we were doing T-shirts and the hats and the jackets.
Mm-hmm.
We took a class on learning how to sew.
Both of y'all did?
Both of us did, yeah. Both of us. That was nice too. It was interesting. He was in it with a bunch of older white women. You know how big Dave is.
Yeah.
You walk in there, it's like, oh shit.
They all like looking up at him crazy.
Yeah, he probably thought he was gonna rob the place or something. But it was Dave's idea. That name, vast majority.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with that name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then after that, I have like with my writing, it kind of morphed into something else. Where vast majority is more like a movement, and just instead of just a regular company. So we do media and we do clothing design.
Yeah. So,
we the vast majority, like you, me, regular working people that's having a hard time.
mm-hmm.
On the back of the other shirts that we have, it says we're not the 1%. Meaning that like we're not the 1%. We're not like the top richest people in the world.
Yeah.
That 1%.
Yeah.
And we want to speak to the vast majority of people that's like us,
mm-hmm.
that go to work every day, got children, a wife or a fiance that's struggling to pay bills and make it and have something to say to them that'll give them like hope. Mm-hmm. Hopefully right now, the way the economy is, everybody's having a hard time. And with this new administration coming in, maybe things will get better. I hope they do.
I hope so too. We're going to see. Yeah.
I think, matter of fact, I think they will. New York is having a hard time. And in the beginning, we started making money. And then when COVID hit, everything just kind of died.
Slowed down,
and then the other thing was like life hits you.
Right.
Situations hit you.
You never know how it's going to be.
Right.
Like ever.
Yeah, like when you was playing football and you tore your knee. And she came out of nowhere. I remember.
I was cooked. I was cooked. Yeah.
Like I felt worse than you did. But vast majority, like I said, is us. And it's a movement and it's a way of thinking. So you don't quit. Even though the way things look right now, everything looks like horrible.
Yeah.
But that's not the end all and be all. That's just like a process that every startup or small business,
they all go through that.
Yeah, it's something that you have to go through when you start a business. And sometimes it takes longer than others. Every situation is different. Like when I had the barbershop, Mosaic Cuts.
And wait, before we get into that, how long do you have that?
I think altogether like 22 years. Altogether, about 22 years.
That was the one on. You had one. I know you had
one on St. Nicholas, Humphrey Service Street, and Amsterdam on 130th Street.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't born when you had that, right? I don't think so.
Not yet. And even with that, I scraped. I was working in Londell's barbershop. And I'm just saying this to let people know, like, when you start something, especially when you don't know anything about business, all you know how to do is just grind. So you move on instinct.
Yeah.
So I was working at Londell's, and I was a barber there, and I was in a back to work program, so I was getting public assistance checks and cutting at the barbershop. So what I did was I saved the public assistance checks, and every day I would go out looking for a space to rent. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And I came across a store on 147th Street in St. Nicholas that happened to be an old barbershop. There was a dude named Joe Bellamy that was sitting on a stoop. Joe Bellamy, back in the 1950s and the 40s, he was a female impersonator.
Wait, what is
This is no bullshit.
What does that mean? What does that
This is
mean?
no bullshit. There used to be a club right on St. Nicholas. I forgot the name of that club, but
What you like he used to dress up as a woman?
yeah, he was like, this is weird. But not when I met him. When I met him, he's an old man.
Yeah.
But he saw me with a suit on, and I asked him, I said, is anybody renting this store? He said, we'll come back tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to the landlord. And the landlord name was Mr. Collins. And when I came back, Mr. Collins said, you want to rent the store? You got to fix it up in there. It's dirty in there. I said, don't worry about that. I'll fix it up.
And
and I'm telling you this story. This is going to lead into vast majority. I'm just telling you the process of having an idea and bringing it to fruition and making it happen.
Right.
And the people that you meet to make it happen. So, he introduced me to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins gave me that store for $350 a month.
In New York?
In New York.
When?
This is no bullshit.
When?
This is in the 90s.
In the 90s?
This is in the 90s, yeah.
I'd kill for that right now.
I think it's like the end of the 90s.
$350 a month is crazy.
I think it was the end of the 90s, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
The end of the 90s, somewhere around there. Or the very beginning of 2000, something like that. But Mr. Collins was an old school dude, so he wanted me to do well. So what happened was, I'm emptying out the shop, cleaning, because there was a mess in there.
Yeah.
Like every night, I'd be in the clean. It was rats all over the place.
Like dead rats?
This is in the basement.
Like
this 736 St. Nicholas Avenue.
So when we walking down Amsterdam, and it's like you got a stoop with the stairs going up. It's like right below, right there. Like when you take a couple steps down, or it's like you got to walk down. No,
it's just 2-3 steps down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somebody bought the building, so I'll show it to you one day.
Okay.
But I had another friend of mine named Toby, who was homeless. But Toby was a carpenter. He was real good with his hands. He could fix a lot of stuff.
So he made money, but he was homeless.
Right. So what I did, I let him live in the shop.
Yeah.
In return, he helped me fix the shop up. Wow. So he built the cabinets. He scraped the ceiling so he could paint. He built took the window out and built this encasement so I could put the air conditioner in the basement. So it was a fair trade. Wow. Because he didn't have no money and I didn't have no money either. You know what I mean? So what kind of worked out.
Yeah.
And the other thing was that I think one day I was in the shop cleaning up, and there's an old Jewish guy named Mr. Wu. I think it's WOHL. I think that's how you spell his name. Now, Mr. Wu used to supply all the beauty parlors and barbershops in Harlem, like